Again, I want to thank everyone that's on this call. Thank you so much. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. We're off to a new start this year. It seems like last year went by so fast, right? And it just, for me, it doesn't seem like there's enough time in the day to get everything that we want done. There's a lot of goals, a lot of things that we're all trying to accomplish. One of the things that Equity Smart does or provides for its loan officers, aside from the amazing platform, the hybrid model, the direct wholesale lending, the brokering side of things, we also have a real estate division. And just a little history about our real estate division here. Most of us here, when we started the company, were licensed through the Department of Real Estate in California. So the DRE, what we call DRE as short. And as a result of getting that license, you have the ability to do both real estate and loans. Although we are just loan officers, or we see ourselves as loan officers, we still have the ability to do real estate transactions. Now, I've never fully embraced doing real estate fully to its fullest capacity. I would only do that for my own personal flips or my own personal property, right? And then even at that point, I had someone helping me just because I didn't want to be distracted with anything else but doing loans. And there was a time when I would myself not recommend to do both real estate and loans, right? I just felt like they were two completely different jobs, and you needed to have a main focus. And if you wanted to be a good loan officer, you were going to be a good loan officer. And if you're going to be a good realtor, you're going to be a good realtor. You need to focus on that. And so the real estate division came about just to service the LOs that are with us, not really to blow it up and make it big in the sense, like a Keller Williams or a Coldwell Bank or anything like that, right? More of providing extra services for our loan officers so that they can benefit from it. And naturally, being a loan officer, you're going to come across real estate transactions, right? You might have a brother, a coworker, a family member that's looking to buy or sell. And in most cases, we end up referring these buyers or borrowers to someone so that they can do the real estate part of it and we can do the loan side of things, right? That's traditionally how we've done things. Little by little, we were, building out this real estate division so that at least it could have the bare bones and minimum so that we can provide any loan officer within our ecosystem the ability to do real estate transactions. So what started happening around 2015, we started seeing the technology really advance on the mortgage side to the point where it became a lot easier as time progressed to do loans, which meant or created the opportunity for those that wanted to do real estate to endeavor in real estate and try that out. And so we started seeing this hybrid agent. I call them hybrid agents because they can do both. They can do real estate loans and they're good at it, and they can do real estate transactions and they're good at it as well. In fact, some of our top earners are doing both. They're doing both real estate and loans. So hence today's topic, how to double your income, right? You already have the loan side. Why not get the real estate side, right? Or if you have the real estate side and you want the loan side, you can have that as well. And this is something that we're going to be developing and we're going to get stronger at. And in 2000, about 10, 15 years ago, I lost track of time, but I have my good friend, Angel Quinonez, who we started working together, I want to say over 15 years ago. He's on the call. He's actually going to be the one presenting on the real estate side of things. But when we met, it was a traditional, he's a realtor, I'm a loan officer, give me your loan, give me your loans or refer your loans to me, I'll get them done. And, working like that for a couple of years. And then at some point we had a conversation and I said, hey, Angel, I think you can handle loans. I go, you're a smart guy. You have a bachelor's degree. I could just tell he has really good common sense and a good knack of learning. Didn't really want to share with that right away because I wanted those loans and I needed the money at the time. So I guess the truth comes out, right? So I would have told him earlier, but I was trying to hog up all those loans. Anyhow, when I got busy myself and I said, you know what, I got to give Angel a shot here. He has to be able to do his own loans now, right? So he went out and got his license, took my advice, and then started teaching him the loan game. And little by little, he started learning. And And next thing I was handling a lot of the commission payouts at the time, and I would see his real estate check come in, and then I would see his loan check come in. I'm like, wow, like he really owned this. Like he really took this to a whole new level. And I'm like, this guy's making way more income than myself. And that's where we really, wanted to grow the idea of being a hybrid agent, which is a realtor that does loans, or vice versa, a loan officer that does real estate, right? And in the background, in the back scene, we've been working together to develop a real estate site. And I know right now we're just in California because we're piloting it. We have to build out the infrastructure. We have to build everything out so we can roll it out in other states. So if you're in another state, not in California, we will get it out in the states, in other states. But right now we're at the verge where we almost have everything pretty much dialed down. And I want to share that with you guys today. I want you guys to have the opportunity, if you'd like to also engage in real estate transactions here in California, especially if you're a DRE license. Now, if you're not a DRE licensed loan officer and you have the DFPI, don't sweat it. You can go and get your real estate license if, after watching this training that we're doing here, inspires you to want to do real estate transactions. And like I mentioned before, you would have asked me maybe 6-7 years ago, should you do both? I probably would have said no, because loans was and is something tough to do and difficult to navigate. But now we have, great technology. We have strong partners like United Wholesale Mortgage, and some of these lenders that have really proven that they can close loans in 10-15 days consistently, allowing the time needed to also work on a real estate transaction. And before I introduce Angel and let him do his whole spill on our real estate division, just think about this, right? You have both licenses. You have a real estate license, you have a loan license. You get a listing. The buyer is older gentleman, maybe his spouse died. He has a big house, doesn't want to live in it no more. Maybe wants to downgrade to a condo by the beach so he can finish out his years there. So he asks you, hey, I'm going to list my property. I want you to list my property, but I also need to buy a condo and I need a loan. So now you have the listing, you have the condo that the buyer wants to buy, and now you have the loan, right? So then Sunday comes, you do the open house, all these buyers are walking in. One buyer comes up to you and says, hey, I'm interested in writing an offer. I don't have an agent. I want to go with you. Great. I also need a loan. So that one listing opportunity could turn into 5 potential sides for you. And that's why there's a huge opportunity in this. And there's also other benefits. If you're making double commission on a transaction, on the loan and the real estate, then you have money to play with. You can cover appraisal costs. You can discount the loan to secure the listing. And I'm sure Angel's going to share a lot of those little tricks and tips that you can do. So it's really a way of just empowering yourself and becoming like a superstar realtor loan officer with all these advantages that you have to offer someone that may be wanting to sell their home, or even a buyer, right? So without further ado, I would like to introduce my great friend and partner, Angel Quinonez. You got the helm. Take over.
Thank you, Pablo. Appreciate that. Can you guys hear me? Pablo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. I think Pablo said it right. Technology has changed everything. And I realized that when I started originating loans. So I was the same way. I've been doing real estate for like 17 years, and then I tapped into the origination part of it. But I'll give you a little bit more insight of that. What I want to do right now is just give you a sneak peek of what we've been working on the back end. And my whole goal is to just inspire you with a little confidence for you to take on some real estate transactions. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'll go into some of the tools and resources that we have. I'll go into who we are, and my whole goal here is what we're doing here is I'm basically I'm giving the love back the opportunity that Pablo opened up for me. You know, he could have kept making my money, could have kept making the commissions on the loan side, but it's kind of rare when you have the opportunity to meet somebody that says, hey, you know what, like you have what it takes, so come up here, let's make this happen. So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna jump into a presentation. Again, this is just quick. I'll give you a glimpse into what we're doing on the back end, who we are, and then I'll finish out with just giving you a little bit more of my story. Okay. Let me know if you guys see this.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. Need to minimize this. Hold on, give me a second.
And while he's looking that up, guys, and just to let you know, Klovus is the DBA for Equity Smart Home Loans. It is under the same company. It's not a separate company. If you have your DRE license and you want to do real estate transactions, you'll automatically be able to do it as long as you have the license. If you want to do listings and stuff like that, you just have to join a board, but you're not signing up for an outside company or a third party company. It's Equity Smart Home Loans is a parent company. I am the broker of record. So you are within the Equity Smart family. So I just want to make that clear, because some people think like, oh, am I going outside or am I doing something different, right? And again, this is intended for agents that are with us already that want to delve in one or the other. Let me know when you're ready, Angel. So, and we will open it up for some Q&A at the very end. So save your questions, and we'll do the Q&A afterwards. Go ahead, Angel. Unmute yourself.
Got it. Yeah, got it. Here we go with the slideshow. Okay, perfect. You guys see that, right?
Yeah, we see it.
Yes.
Okay, right on. So here's Klovus Realty. You see, that's our logo and our name. Klovus Realty, again, it's a new real estate division under Equity Smart Home Loans. So we are Equity Smart Home Loans. We're just a DBA. When you hang your DRE license with us, you're technically licensed to do real estate under Klovus Realty as well. Okay, so here's our purpose. Our purpose is to enhance your real estate operations, to empower your business, to equip you with the necessary tools and resources to succeed. In enhancing your real estate operations, we want to help you brand your image, but the most important thing here is to empower your business. So we're fully invested in developing hybrid agents. I'm a hybrid agent myself. That means that I've kind of just become a one-stop shop for all my clients. We offer, give me a second. We offer all the all the real estate agent support. We have it here in-house for you. I'm available for you guys. If you guys have any issues, if you come across any transactions that you need some support with, or you want to price out a property, you want to troubleshoot a deal that you're working with, or you want to negotiate a contract, whatever it is that you want to do on the real estate side, we basically have you covered. Again, this is just like a snippet of what we have working for you. But here's the other cool thing about this, that as a loan officer, here are your benefits of taking out some of the real estate transactions. you're going to create new income opportunities, which is what this presentation is all about. Sometimes you'll double sometimes you'll triple your commission, sometimes you'll quadruple your commission. The whole goal and what I realized was that the reward is based on value. So if you become more valuable in this market, then you get rewarded more. If you become more valuable to your clients, then you deserve more because you're earning it. So as a real estate licensed LO, you have the ability to tap into all that. You have the ability to create more avenues of income for yourself. We're going to have you learn the real estate transaction process. What I've realized in doing loans is that as a loan officer, you have a lot of leverage. I think the LO is the most important part of the transaction. Why? Because if your client does not qualify for a home loan, then you can't close the deal. So you have to understand that as an LO, you're super essential to the transaction. So since you're essential to the transaction and you become basically the gatekeeper to closing that transaction, then why not take control of the other side and take on that real estate part of the business? I've done deals where I've I've originated the loan, and sometimes I feel that the real estate agent just got in my way. Like there's deals that we've closed, talked to the team where we're like, the real estate agent is just in the way. They're not adding value to the transaction. They're not doing anything. But guess what? We closed a deal and we still got them paid. So the transition from an LO to a real estate agent, I believe it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. And again, due to the technology factor, but the fact that you're coming in there already with value because you are the decision maker in regards to getting that transaction closed. As a real estate agent, when I'm working with an LO, obviously I'm waiting on that contingency period and I'm waiting on that loan contingency to be removed. If that loan contingency can't be removed, guess what? We're not closing that deal. If that loan can't be originated, if the loan can't be approved, guess what? It's a done deal. We're going nowhere. Our whole goal is to equip you to be able to represent clients with confidence. I know sometimes it's scary to jump into something new. And when you jump into something new, you're supposed to suck, you're not supposed to be the best at it. Like that's why you're new to it. It's like playing a sport. You're supposed to suck at the beginning, but our whole goal is to make you better, to equip you and make sure that you look like a pro, even if it's a new transaction, even if it's something that even if it's like a brand new deal that you're stepping into, you're gonna look like a pro. Why? Because you have that support system in the back. Again, the whole goal here is on being able to equip you, but to understand that the ability for you to go from loans to real estate, it's a lot easier than going from real estate to loans. Why? Because you are basically the heart of that transaction. We're gonna keep you up to date with the real estate market. We have a real estate portal and trainings that are set up just as Equity Smart Home Loans has their platform. We are in the process of mimicking something similar to it. Why? Because we see what works. We see what works, and we're able to feed off of those systems too. We have a professional transaction coordinating support system to keep you in compliance. I think that's the main goal with jumping into real estate transaction, that it's something new. It's something that you obviously don't know the contracts, you obviously don't know the time frames, but we'll show you the rules of the game. The better you know the rules of the game, the better you can play it, and the better you can move around, negotiating and making sure that you can. For example, I've done a ton of transactions where I'm doing the real estate and I'm doing the loan. And I know some of the challenges that we come across, or let's say I come across a condition that I'm going to need more time with. Guess what I do now? I have the ability to negotiate on the real estate side, knowing that I'm going to need specific timeframes, and then I need to push for specific timeframes in order to get there. So that in itself is key. Why? Because now you're positioning yourself to be able to go out there and negotiate on your behalf, not only for the timeframes that you're going to need as an LO, but the timeframes that your client is going to need as well. Again, opportunity to build a team of agents. I'll go over that and become a hybrid agent. That's number one. But what you also need to know is that as we progress with this business and technology has like equipped everybody to the next level, we also have real estate agents now that see the light and that are trying to get their loan officer license. So we've created a list. Obviously, the loan officer one applies to you, but on the real estate side, there's a huge upside to it. So real quick, I'll step into some of the processes that take place for a new real estate transaction. We're obviously here to guide you. We can get involved with your real estate transaction depending on what step of the process you're in. If you're in the beginning stage, you're either listing or starting to show properties, we can help you with that. We can help look into even partnering up with you on some of these. I partner up with some agents that come across listings, they don't know how to handle them, but in order to secure the contracts, they say, "Hey, Angel, can you come with me? Come to the appointment. Let me know what we need to do. We'll take the right contracts." And so we'll get involved depending on where you are, what stage of the process you're in. If you're already negotiating or you're submitting offers, we'll get involved with that too. And then our final stage is in escrow. Once you have a fully executed contract, and that's when you're in agreement. So real quick, we have a transaction coordinating team in-house. And what you can compare that to, you just compare your transaction coordinator is equivalent to your loan processor. What I've learned with time, especially with doing both, is that in order to grow, like, you need to let go. You need to let go of the administrative part that goes into the part of the real estate transaction, and you also need to let go of the administrative part that goes into the loan process, the loan transaction. So understand that your only goal should be to originate loans and to create new contract opportunities on the real estate side, because that's where you're most powerful. So I try to spend the majority of my time trying to originate loans and trying to list and show homes. So that way I can free up the rest of my time and I can really get my team involved. Technology has really changed everything in a manner where if you know how to use it, like, it becomes your assistant. If you know how to properly use some of the tools and resources that the company has created for you, that has opened for you, you free up a lot of your time. Like Pablo said, technology has really changed the origination game, and I've realized that personally, because once I got involved with doing loans, I saw how easy it was in regards to getting the origination process in place. So now, for example, you're originating loans. I use LendingPad. I have not taken a loan application over the phone or in person. I send out my link, I have them completed, and then I go from there. So that's it. It saves me a ton of time and a ton of resources as well. So real quick, we have in-house TC services. Again, what I want to do is I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to show you some of the tools that we have on the, let me see here real quick. Control. Okay. Second. Okay. So here's your agent portal. We've created a real estate agent portal. Again, just like Equity Smart Home Loans has created a portal for their loan officers, we have created a portal for your support. So We have broker compliance. Here's your broker compliance policy. We have a checklist of disclosures and everything as it keeps changing, as the market keeps changing. So we have release residential, vacant land, commercial, in-house disclosures, ABA. So we have everything available for you here in order to help facilitate the process for you. We have licensing information. If you're not a licensed real estate agent yet, we basically created the steps and processes for you to get your car forms, your MLS credentials. We have a list of all the boards that we belong to: Beverly Hills, Citrus Valleys, Tri-Counties. So as a new real estate agent, in order to get access to contracts, to be able to write up offers, you're going to need access to the CAR forms, which is the California Association of Realtor forms. You're going to need your MLS credentials in order to be able to search for properties. Here's your license transfer information. Again, everything is still under Equity Smart Home Loans. Our broker license is the same. And another thing that we've done, we have a bunch of service providers. So when you start tapping into the real estate part of things, you don't really need to worry much about home inspectors. We have home inspectors. We have a list that we still need to add to them. We have a termite company. We have Falcon Signs. Our whole goal is to make this process seamless for you so that you can come take advantage of your resources and say, okay, look, I'm ready to take off with taking on some of the real estate activities. And then we have trainings available for you. So we have a list of compliance, MLS, pre-approvals 101. Let me see real quick. Here's a cool one that I want to show you. Training center, no. We have mortgage calculator. So we also have your dedicated page. So this is my page. Angel Quinonez shows you all my information. If you're on a computer right now, what you can do is you can scan the QR code and grab all my information if you want to connect a bit later. And that way we can talk a little bit more in detail in regards to what you might want to do. So just a quick history. I've been doing real estate for about, I would say, over 15 years now. I started originating loans with Pablo about 4 years now. I have my real estate broker's license. At the time, I had opened up a brokerage. And I still remember Pablo talking to me. You know, Pablo was like, hey, bro, you know what? That's awesome. You got a brokerage. That's great work, man. He's like, but you should have gotten your mortgage license first, make a lot more money. I was like, okay, all right. So long story short, he was right. So what I did is, since I had such a big book of business, I'd been selling real estate for years now. What I did is I slowly started planting the seed with my clients. I started reaching out to all of them, and I basically started my conversation with, hey, just want to know how things are going. Just wanted to check in with you. But I also want to let you know that in order to serve you better, like, I've opened up a mortgage division to my company in order to be able to offer you more value. So if you think about refinancing, or if you think about listing or purchasing another property, let me know. And I just started doing that with my book of business. And before you knew it, I had a book of refinances that were taking place. I started doing triple commission deals. Remember the last triple commission deal that I did is one of my buyers. He needed to sell his property. He sold his property in Rancho Palos Verdes for, I believe it was 1.4 million. We ended up buying a property for him in Laguna for like 1.7. And I ended up doing his VA loan as well. So I've made almost close to $100,000 in just one client. And once that happened, I realized how much power we have. Not how much power, but like the ability to be able to create more and more opportunities as we move along, especially with the changing market. So what I've done is I've connected with a lot of our LOs, and some LOs want to take on the real estate transactions. Some of them want to test out the waters. Some of them just want to go full on board and just commit to it and then figure it out. And we've been a big tool in their tool belt in order to be able to help them. So here's what I've done in the past. If you're interested in doing something like this, some of the LOs, what they've done in the past is they've chose to partner with us. So they'll partner with me. They'll say, "Hey, Angel, look, here's what I got. I got a real estate transaction. I want to start getting my feet wet. I want to see what it's all about." And depending on how involved you want to be, we'll tailor a compensation split between us, and we'll figure that out. I've had LOs that started that way, maybe like 2 deals in. They're like, you know what, I really like it. I think this is something that I want to do. And now they're full blown like doing real estate transactions. I have one of them, he's probably like on his third listing. And I have another LO that it's pretty good with he has a book of business. He's been pre-qualifying buyers, but here's the thing. He's pre-qualifying buyers and he knows that some of his buyers, there's a lot of inventory for them. It's going to be an easy sale if he hands these deals over to a real estate agent. They're not going to have a problem looking for a property. So what he does is he keeps pre-approving clients, and then he decides which ones he wants to keep. So he does his homework. He has access to the MLS. He has access to the car forms. He comes across a client and he says, "You know what, Angel? This one's gonna be this one's gonna be a slam dunk." He's out there showing properties. He has access to the super key. So he knows that those he can offer them the extent of those services and close them, and they're good to go. He's not gonna be running around much. And that's one thing to take into consideration. When you're doing real estate, you're gonna be moving a little bit more. You're going to be out there showing properties. It's a little bit more of a wear and tear. But if you know that you have clients that are getting pre-approved and they're going to be a slam dunk, and it makes no sense to just hand those over. Like, keep the commission, keep it in-house, close the deals, create more opportunities for yourself. Again, that's one way that one of the LOs is working. I have some other LOs that in their process of working with some of the real estate agents that are their partners, these are outside partners, part of other companies. They decide that like they want to start building their team. So as an LO, you just go on a recruiting spree, and if you have some real estate agents out there that you love working with, basically let them know, hey, you know what? We have a real estate division that's part of the company. I would love to have you on board, and in the process, I just teach you how to do loans and get you going on that end. And you can start building a team. And what you'll do is you tell me, hey, Angel, look, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a team. Let me know what needs to happen. And again, you have the support on the back end. We're going to support that agent. We'll offer them the training. The good thing is that if you're working with somebody that they're typically already seasoned, if it's an agent that's referring business to you, they're already seasoned. They're out there, they're showing properties, they're making things happen. It'll be an easier, it'll be a smoother agent to have working with us, because all we have to do is just introduce them to our platform and show them how things are done. So look, real quick, we've built like a seamless process here. So I still have the abilities to do loans. So if they come to my my profile, click here, and it automatically takes them to my Equity Smart application. Again, look, I've been doing this for 4 years now, originating real estate for some time now. But what I've noticed is that when you do loans, you can sit down on your desk and make money. You could make all your moves from your computer. You don't have to move so much. When you do real estate, you have to move a little bit more, schedule showings, do all that cool stuff. But it all depends where your energy comes from. You know, like when I started originating, I started going heavy at learning the process. I remember initially just spending about 2 hours on the phone with Pablo. He taught me how to use point and how to create the estimated fee sheets. And once I learned how to create estimated fee sheets, that's all I needed, because on the loan side, as the real estate side, it all comes down to the numbers. You know, what your client wants to know is like, hey, what's my payment going to look like? How much money is going to come out of my pocket? And that's that. And on the real estate side, it's the same thing. We create seller's estimated net sheets. Okay, how much am I selling for? How much is it going to cost me? And how much am I going to walk away with? It's practically the same thing. At the end of the day, you know what? Like we're not selling real estate, we're not selling loans, like we're selling trust. So that's what I've learned. If my client trusts me, my client's the for life client. They'll refer me to other family members, they'll refer me to other friends. But that's what it comes down to. So if I'm spending my energy with a client and knowing that I'm taking care of them on the real estate side and I'm going to be spending so much time, then they'll trust me on the loan side as well. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You do have the ability to tap into both. Technology on the loan side has changed the process. I'm with Pablo like years ago, like you either had to do one or the other. But again, like we're like in the it's like I think we're in a special place right now. We're in a special place right now, and if you're able to take advantage of this and be able to create more opportunities for yourself, just know that you'll have the support on the back end. The whole goal here is to just have everybody win. You know, that's the whole mentality. You know, let's all win, and if there's something that we can do to keep each other winning, I think it's becoming more valuable. So as you become more valuable to the market, it's really hard for this market to get rid of you. You know, so just invest in yourself. You know, invest in yourself, invest in technology, take the necessary time to take advantage of the trainings. I think Pablo and I, like we're very dedicated to empowering others, and the whole goal is to make sure that everybody's taking advantage of the tools and the resources that are being created. If you do that, then you just equip yourself, and you'll have the ability to just tap into business from many different areas. Like as I keep moving, like I keep seeing opportunities that come to some of the like it's been super cool just watching some of the LOs that I started working with just take off and start doing their thing. And now we're talking real estate, we're talking building teams, we're talking all other kind of opportunities that come with it. Because I mean that's what it comes down to. Like um, just equipping yourself and understanding that everything's that's being done for you on the back end is to just equip you to be able to grow. So I'll kind of just leave you guys with that. I know we'll have some more trainings to jump. I have some dedicated trainings that jump into depth in regards to the tools and resources. Again, I'll leave you there with the QR code. If you guys want to scan that and save my info, we can connect and we can figure out a way to sit down and find out how we can partner together. But just know that you have this on the back end. Like we are basically just a whole real estate department in your pocket. So if you know how to if you learn how to use it, and if we can help you navigate through some of the um, I would say opportunities that come your way, uh, let me know.
Yeah, thank you so much, Angel, for sharing everything you did, and we're gonna open it up for some Q&A. Anyone, I'm sure a lot of people have questions, hopefully. But again, the whole purpose is just to creating opportunity, and I think you said it well when you said that you're bringing more value to the table. You're more arsenal. You have, you already have the loan background, or maybe you have the real estate background, and a lot of you guys already know that they're intertwined. I mean, when you're doing a purchase transaction on a real estate side, there's a lot of things that need to happen on the loan that are intertwined with the real estate activities, right? So the good thing about this is that you're not learning something that's way out on left field. You're learning something that's in the same playbook, in the same game. I never learned formally how to do real estate, but I can tell you this much. I can do a whole real estate transaction because I've done so many purchases. I see what it entails and I see what is involved. I can put a purchase contract together and everything because I've just seen so many. I've studied it myself. I've broken down the purchase contract, and I was actually a real estate broker for a Remax once upon a long time ago. And there's a lot of things that we offer, right? And a quick example, we have a situation where an agent was cheated out of a commission because the buyers went in there and they told the buyers the only way you're going to get this house is if you do the offer through us, right? We let the deal ride, and now we're in arbitration, and we're hoping to claw back that commission that our agent would have earned. So we know the game. We understand how to fight. We know everything surrounding the real estate transaction, and we're going to be to help you guys win every single time, just because we thoroughly understand the process. And we do have different stages. I know there's people that don't want to get into real estate. We get it. We have something for you. If you want to do send something over, close it, and send it over on a referral basis, you will get paid, and you'll get paid a lot more if you referring it to an outside agent, because they're probably only going to give you 30-40% max. So you're going to make a lot more than that if you just want to work on a referral basis. If you want to learn to do real estate, then there's a plan for that. And if you already know how to do real estate and you want to just do it full blown, then we have something for you there as well, right? The whole point is to empower you, bring more value to your book of business, and give you that extra strength and that distinguisher between you and other agents that are out there. And we have so many that are succeeding. And if your goal or your plan is to be in this business long term, then this is something, definitely a step you want to take. You know, you're already empowered with being a wholesale broker, a wholesale direct lender. And now if you want to delve into real estate, you have that opportunity as well. And again, everything's full blown. We have everything to cover you from E&O insurance up to $1 million, to transaction coordinators that are amazing. They're going to make the process great for you guys, and much, much more. So at this time, it's 1:44. We want to leave some time for some questions. If you have any questions for me and Angel, go ahead and unmute yourself at this time, and we'll try to go and answer any questions that you may have.
Hey, Pablo, how you do? Appreciate the presentation. You just touched a little bit on compensation. If you wanted to hand it off as a referral and kind of let somebody else handle it, or you wanted to be involved at a certain level or take it, from tee to green. Is that all standardized, or is that a case by case?
I believe we have a plan already, and I think Angel, have you put that together already in terms of?
Yeah, we have a compensation plan in place, but we can tailor it too, depending on how involved you want to be. Like I've had LOs that want to be involved with like some of the paperwork process, even like come around for like some of the show, like all like showing up for inspections, like doing all that stuff. Yeah. So we can tailor that. It all depends on how involved you might just want to be.
Right. And is it fluid where you're locked in at one of the three, or is it a case by case on a transaction if you're able to do all of it?
It's case by case. I'll give you an example.
That makes sense.
I had an LO that had a buyer, but the buyer was like out of the area, and the LO was in the area. So anything that was done like mainly physically, like he was there. So it's case by case.
Where it would fall into one of those three buckets. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Pablo, the error termination insurance, the agent has to pay, right?
Yeah, so the E&O is $120, and so that would be deducted from your commission, correct?
Yeah, and that's per transaction, so that's only deducted when you close a deal.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, I've been raising my hand because I thought that we should, but
Okay.
just trying to be nice. So, where I live, you have to belong to a board or they won't, I don't know if you have to belong. My question is, if you're a dual agent, you know, you do loans and you do real estate, they won't allow you to belong to the board here, but you have to belong to a board, right, to be able to get your commission? Is that correct? Or how does that work?
It all depends on some of the listings. It's like for example, Bakersfield has this clause with some of their listings that if you don't belong to a board, to their board or to an MLS board, then you won't get compensation. But it all depends. Where's your location? Where are you located?
I live in Lincoln, California, so it's Placer County, but I also
Mhm.
belonged to Sacramento and I belonged to Santa Clara County, and none of them,
Okay.
I don't know about
As
Sacramento, but I'm pretty sure
as
none
long
of them.
look, as long as you're part of a board and you have access to the California Association Realtor forms, then you're good because you can write up contracts.
So just any board.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
you're
the-
fine because they all function through the California Association, which is the zip forms, which is the car forms. Those are all legal, and you're paying for those, so there's no reason you're a registered real estate agent.
I'm trying to, the long wait is taking a while. I was an agent before and they're gonna reinstate me, but I have to take my exam, but it's just been such a pain in the butt. I'll have to talk to you about that later.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off what you're saying, you do have to you do have to join a board if you're gonna, because the broker of record is in a board, and so you would have to join any board that we're approved it. And in California, I think we're over like 10 different boards that we have. I think we're even in Merced and different types of boards just to accommodate the agents that work in those areas. And and just so you know, it does cost money to be in a board. So if you're not planning to do that many real estate transactions, I would get a hold of Angel, and maybe if you're only doing 1 or 2 a year, maybe not a good idea to join a board. I think it's at least a couple thousand a year, right?
It's like
And
$1,000.
$1,000 total with the
Yeah.
quarterly fees and everything. Okay. And if if you're looking to do 1 or 2 a year, maybe not a good idea. Maybe you want to talk to Angel and work something out with him so that you get a bulk of your commission, but you're not having to do all that. And if you're thinking about doing a lot of real estate transactions alongside with your loans, then it may be wise for you to join a board. And hey, joining a board is a huge opportunity for you guys to go to their network functions. They have all kinds of meetings, caravans. Get in front of the realtors. You're a member now. You can show up to all these things. You're a realtor disguised as a loan officer. If
And
you want to think
that
of yourself that way.
that's the beauty of it because you could decide which mask to wear. And a lot of these boards they have a lot of trainings that take place, and it's mostly realtors that are in there. So if you create some of those relationships and then little by little just start reintroducing yourself and saying that you do loans as well, then I mean there's the beauty of what we do is that you can create opportunities from like 3 different ways. You can create opportunity direct to consumer, you can create opportunity like business to business, and then obviously you can create so much more opportunity with building partnerships, and you have a lot of ways to be able to do that. So just think about it that way, like where you kind of create like this little trifecta where you're not just closing yourself out to one.
Yeah, and on top of that, you made me remember that you can also do classes in our board, in Pasadena board. I could call them up and say, hey, I want to do a mortgage 101 class, and then they'll market it for me. They'll get the classrooms, and I could do it live. I could do it on a webinar, and that's another way to get in front of realtors. Teach them about mortgage products and programs, and you're the teacher, and then you get to market yourself and promote yourself. So it's not a bad thing to be part of a board. And if you're going to be closing deals, even much better for you. Any other questions?
I have a question, Pablo.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing excellent. Thank you for asking.
Are you part of a OC Realtors board?
Yes, we are part
Yep.
of OCAR. And so if that's your area and your location, you can sign up there as well.
Okay.
And Pablo, I have one more question. So CVAR, Citrus Valley, I'm pretty sure you guys are a part of.
Yes.
Okay. And then if I hold a real estate broker's license, is it just a broker associate agreement? to switch things over, making you the broker of record?
Yeah, you just be a broker associate. I'm a broker associate.
But are you already associated with us on the loan side?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, then there's nothing you need to do. You just need to.
Oh, okay.
You need
Yeah,
to call. You need to call Angel and say, "Let's get to work."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, and then no one's asked this question, but I'm sure some of you may be curious. How did we come up with Clovis, and why not like Equity Smart Real Estate Services? There's a mixed bag of agents. Some agents don't mind that they have the same name for both, but the majority of people don't want to have the same name because it may hinder them.
Standalone. Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it may hinder them to get loan business if people realize that you're also doing real estate, right? And so, hence the name as well. But there's meaning behind it, and you want to share that meaning with us, Angel, since you came up with it.
Well, it was I think Clovis, the name itself, it's a new word. It was created like it means
Feeling.
it's a feeling. The name is a feeling because we sat down and we thought about, for example, like all these big names that are out there, like they weren't a Century 21, a real estate company since the beginning, a Remax from the beginning. So what we did is like let's create something with a feeling in it that we can grow to great heights. And the name itself, we're giving it a meaning as we go about, but it's a feeling of empowerment, family, and basically just this creating opportunities. So again, the name, it's something that we've created, and it's something that we're giving a meaning as we go about. But just watch, it's gonna be huge as we move along. Everybody's gonna be talking about Klovus Realty, and you'll see it. I mean, there's a lot of love that's going behind it. So we're gonna grow it.
Hey, Angel, Pablo. I've been kind of hot and cold between the DRE license because I feel like I'm just starting to get my footing in the loan origination. But I do see the benefit of being DRE, or at least being a real estate agent, even if we don't plan to do real estate deals, in terms of just learning how the realtor mindset works, right? Because like even right now, I have a partner asking me like, hey, this is our third property that we're trying to make an offer on. The first two got rejected. How aggressive can you be on escrow periods and contingencies? And I remember you and I had a quick conversation about that before, Angel. So I guess my question is, for us LOs who are like, want to kind of focus on the LO side for now, not necessarily join on board, get the DRE yet, is there still opportunity to kind of, I guess, mingle and learn from Clovis? Or is it something where you prefer, you need to have your DRE first in order to kind of hang with us and learn the ins and outs of real estate transactions?
No, like you're part of Equity Smart Home Loans, so you're part of Clovis already. So the door is open, So if you want to learn more about us, just connect with me, and we can figure out exactly what type of information you're looking for. But here's the key factor is that as a licensed LO and a DRE, here's what I've done in the past. Like when the market's been competitive, since I know that I'm gonna get compensation on both ends, I'll submit an offer, and I'll offer the listing agent another 1% from my real estate commission, because I know that I'm making my compensation on the loan side, so I could be aggressive with it. I could also, if I'm in the door already, I could be aggressive with closing costs for the buyer. So I can say, hey, you know what? Here's what you're gonna get. I'm making commission on this end, and I'm making commission on the other end. So I'll offer you commission here. So there's a lot of ways that you can leverage, because now you're able to tap into some of that money that you didn't have firsthand. But for you, if you're thinking about it and you wanna, I mean, I tell everybody, I'm like, just get your licenses, collect as many white paper as you can, because the green paper comes after. Collect the white paper. The white paper are the licenses, and anything, the certificates, all that stuff. Collect it, gather it, get it in play. I have my real estate broker's license. I have my NMLS license. I have my insurance license. Like I'm collecting as many licenses as I can. Why? Because in the process, I'm getting to grow, but you'll create more avenues to be able to collect that green paper that comes with it.
I
Yeah,
need to talk to you, Angel, because I hold a lot of licenses too. And I will be holding the rest of my licenses. I have a Series 7 and then I'm waiting for getting reinstated on my 66 again. And I'll be getting my other insurance licenses. So I'm like licensed up the wazoo. Not that I wanted to be, but it just happened that way.
Yeah, now you got to find a way to make money with them.
Yeah, you're gonna help me with that. So I actually applied for the real estate agent license because I was a real estate agent before. I don't know when the heck it's gonna get reinstated. It's taken forever to even get an exam date. But I had toyed with the idea of taking the broker's exam before because I was like, well, then maybe, if I got really good at it or something, maybe they would open an office here so that we could recruit more here. But that's way in the future. But if for somebody like me or somebody out there, which one do you recommend doing? Do you think if they have the qualifications to do a broker's associate that they should get their broker's license or just start off as a salesperson?
I believe you have to have a sales license if you don't have 2 years, or you don't meet the qualifications for the broker. But if you meet the qualifications for the broker, get the broker. It won't hurt you, or get the sales license.
Yeah.
If you don't have that. And to answer, I think Julian's question is, if you want to kind of dabble and work with Clovis on, working on let's say you have a listing and you want to kind of work as a realtor assistant just to kind of dabble in it and look over Angel's shoulder or shadow him to learn and still make a commission on that deal, you can. But the only thing is that the deal will have to be under his name because he's licensed. So there's different opportunities here. We're very flexible. I think that's what makes us great. So we'll customize your training, as long as you're committed and willing to learn, we'll be there for you, So you can also, I know Angel is going to commit to doing a weekly training on the real estate. I think he's going to launch that in February. He doesn't know that yet, but he's.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes, that's what I was asking for. Yeah, those weekly real estate trainings, Pablo. You read my mind.
Yeah, I think I'm putting him on the spot so he could see that there's a demand for it, and maybe one week, first week in February, he could do contracts, and then next week we can hear from Carla Martinez, our lead transaction coordinator, and so on. Right? We can cover many topics and help you guys, get invested in it. Hey, this is the future. I mean, for me, Angel said it best when he said the more value you can bring to bars, the more client you're gonna be able to have. And do bars or do clients have a problem that you're doing both now? Back then, maybe they wanted someone to represent them on the loan, and maybe they wanted someone different on the real estate. But a lot of buyers or bars are now okay with it. I talked to a lot of our hybrid loan officers that are doing this and have been doing this for years, and they say they have no problems. In fact, a lot of times the bars say, wow, you're going to handle both great, even better. So that way I only have to talk to one person and I'm not dealing with a bunch of different people. You've already earned the trust. You've already got the trust, whether you're the realtor or the loan officer. So why wouldn't they trust you on the loan transaction or the real estate transaction? So take advantage of that. It's all about creating more opportunity. And there's really not a big learning curve because, like I said earlier, they're very intertwined. So a lot of the same processes are going to happen over and over again. And that's going to give you, it's going to make it easier for you to actually dabble in both. And, hopefully we'll bring some agents on, a few that come to mind, like Paula Melendez, that's been doing it for years. I mean, every time I see her check, she has double checks, the real estate check, the loan check, 15 grand here, 15 grand there. It's amazing. And it's all from the same transaction. So that's the future. If you want to get ahead of it, this is the opportunities now. And like I mentioned before, this is not going to happen through a Remax, Keller Williams, or none of the big names, because they don't care about the loan side of things. All they want to dabble in is on the real estate side of things. So the only companies that are going to be able to provide this opportunity are going to be mortgage companies like us that have the licenses and the ability to do both and don't mind teaching their loan officers and their real estate agents to do both. We're actually promoting that. We want you guys to have that extra I always talk about, us being carpenters and having tools in our tool belt, and our job is to provide you with all kinds of tools. Well, this is just another big tool. Think of this like a jackhammer. You're going to bust through all kinds of cement and get more opportunities, Anything else you want to add, Angel, before we close?
I just want to say that like this is a special place right now. Like the time and place and the opportunity that we have right now. Like we're in a special place in time because a lot of things have come in to change this market. So you got to keep that in mind. And if the market keeps changing, it's going to force you to change too. So this is a change that's taking place. If you run with it and you make it happen, trust me, you're gonna love yourself within the next 2-3 years, the next year as well. Like this is gonna be a big year, so you have to start creating and keep creating those opportunities. And just know that like with Equity Smart Home Loans and Klovus Realty, you're in a special place because like we're promoting this. Like our whole goal is for everybody to win. And that's it. So here's the other thing that separates us. Like I'm still producing, I'm not in the background just freaking helping, or like the Wizard of Oz just like helping other people. No, I'm still producing. I'm out there. I'm on the field. Like I'm originating those. Like Pablo's doing the same thing. So as we keep doing that, we see how the market's changing. We're paying attention, and with that, what we'll keep doing is we'll keep bringing this to you. We'll keep trying to empower each other, and we'll just keep moving from there.
Angel, are you doing any commercial? Is it only residential 1 to 4 units, or any multifamily or commercial?
Oh, multifamily too, commercial,
Okay.
whatever you want to do, it's open.
Okay.
We're covered through the E&O insurance as well.
Okay.
There was some new multifamily things that came out on HUD over the weekend, I think. I don't know what they are, but this
I think it's the down payment
$1 million more.
changed like 5% on 1 to 4.
Yeah, I think it's only like 50 million bucks, but hey, something.
Yeah, so it's out there. There's opportunity for you out there. So keep opening up those doors, and we have you 100%. We have your back 100% here.
It's Rose. I have a super quick question. What is the timeline like between now and like getting licensed and actually hitting the ground running?
With your DRE?
That's correct.
Okay, your DRE, you could probably get your license and have everything checked off and running within like, I would say like 3 months maybe, because you're trying to get your license, right?
Yeah, if you're aggressive, you can get it in 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
And my recommendation is don't wait, because you still got to cover the learning curve. So while you're studying to get your license, which we on the portal at Equity Smart, my ESHL, we have an online course with discounts. Take advantage of that. You could do online, or if you're an in-person, see if they have any in-person. If you learn that way better. But on top of that, in the background, you should already be getting a hold of Angel, conducting training, so that by the time the license kicks in, you're pretty much ready to go. You don't have to wait. If you want to learn, start learning now.
Yeah, and we have a library of recorded trainings already in the platform too. So don't pass up on any deals just because you're waiting on your DRE license. You just connect with me and we'll find a way to be able to help you out.
Yeah,
All
if
right, I
heard,
sent you a text already. Thanks, you guys.
Okay, awesome.
just for clarification, I thought you said, Pablo, that even an unlicensed person can be more of a real estate assistant, handing over deals, still getting paid as an assistant before their license. Is that correct?
Yes, because you're under my license. I'm the broker of record, and I can pay you as long as you're doing work on the transaction. You wouldn't be paid as a realtor, obviously, the commission, but you would get paid like as an administration.
Even like an administrative fee, yeah.
Yeah.
How much are those fees?
Well, no, I mean, that would be your portion of the commission. So whatever that it comes out to, right? So if you're getting 60-70%, whatever that would be your administrative fee or whatever it is. So you would talk to Angel, you wouldn't.
Yeah, so like Pablo said, that's the cool thing about this. Like we are under the same umbrella. So when you close your real estate transactions, obviously your checks are gonna be under Klovus Realty, but Klovus Realty is still under the tax ID number for Equity Smart Home Loans. So we're in the same house, we're just in a different room.
Yeah, so the same person that processes your loan commissions process the real estate commissions,
Yeah.
just put it that way. So
Yeah.
it's not really changing much in terms. And then just so you know, Clovis is in our building, in our office. He's down the hall from me. So if I need to talk to him, I could just walk over. He could walk over to me. So, and that's by design. We want to start working closely so that the great things that we're doing in Equity Smart can carry over to Clovis as well, so that we have a strong real estate platform as well as a strong loan platform as we do.
Yeah, so you're not getting paid as a real estate person or a loan person, you get paid as a sales associate for Clovis. So that way you're following DRE guidelines, right? I know that's what you're saying, but I just want to
Dot the I's, cross the T's.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course, we're
that's
all about
what we're
compliance. We're here.
saying. So don't tell everybody that we're getting paid as, as real estate per people, because we're not.
No, it would just be the assistant's paying Angel's paying you for assisting him on the transaction.
Yeah.
All right, guys, with that said, it's 2:07. I want to respect your guys' time. If there's any more questions, just get them over to Angel. I'll see you guys next week. And I'll also be looking forward to Angel Quinonez's trainings in February. I'll join the first couple of them just because I want to get more versed myself in real estate, and I'm really excited to see what he has to share. I'll email you guys next week's topics so that you guys can start preparing for next Monday's training. Again, thank you so much, Angel. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Have a
Thank
strong
you.
and powerful week, everyone.